When you can develop strong self-motivation, it is one of the most important things that you can do because it will maintain your interest and secure your commitment to achieving a goal or completing a task. People often have doubts about their ability that they have to complete a goal successfully or not. Motivation is what drives them forward whatever obstacles and barriers they face. The reality of life is that we always do the things that give us the most pleasure with very little motivation. So you need additional motivation to drive you forward when you are trying to achieve things that do not naturally seem pleasurable to you. Self-motivation can often supply the required discipline required to achieve things that seem difficult or uncomfortable to you. The higher the levels of self-motivation that you have, the more likely you are to complete any task and achieve any goal. A good definition of motivation is the force within that drives us to take action. We are born with certain drives instinctively, such as the motivation to drink water and eat food. If we didn't have these kinds of motivation, we would die of thirst or malnutrition. The psychological experts define motivation as being an emotional force that compels us to do something. They also believe that there are cognitive, logical, and social influences which determine a person's motivation levels. A definition of motivation that we recommend is that it compels you to make changes in your life and is the driving force behind this change. With the motivation tips that you will be seen in our channel, you will be able to achieve anything that you want and become the master of your own destiny. The 3 components of motivation. To help you to develop your motivation, you need to fully understand it. There are essentially 3 components of motivation which we will talk about now. When you want to achieve a goal, just having a strong desire is simply not enough. You need a level of motivation that will enable you to overcome the obstacles that you are inevitably going to face. The 3 components of motivation are: 1. Activation. 2. Persistence. 3. Intensity. Motivation activation. The activation stage of motivation is where you have the desire to accomplish something and you take some action. As an example, let's say that you wanted to lose 15 pounds in the next few months. Your motivation comes from how you see yourself looking and feeling once you have achieved this goal. So the action you might take could be to start on a new diet plan or just simply commit to eating healthily and cutting out the junk food over the next few weeks. Activation is anything you do to try and achieve your goal. Motivation. Persistence. Persistence and motivation go hand in hand. When you first start to try and achieve a goal, you are likely to be excited and eager to get started. After taking those first steps, you may find they are really challenging and you feel like giving up. Persistence will help you to keep going no matter what. Modern life is full of many distractions and you need persistence to ignore these distractions and stay focused on achieving your goals. In order to achieve the level of persistence that you need, you will need to practice the techniques that you find in our YouTube channel. Motivation intensity. Motivation intensity is best described as the amount of effort that you apply when trying to achieve your goal. It is possible for 2 people to have the same level of motivation to try and achieve the same goal, and even have similar persistence levels. But the different levels of intensity will determine which of the 2 people will achieve their goal the fastest. You probably know people that always move slowly and steadily towards achieving their goals a little bit at a time. We like to call these people plodders. Then there are the expediters, who do everything at a rapid pace to try and achieve their goals in the fastest possible time. We recommend that you look for the middle ground between these 2. You need to go faster than the plodder but not as fast as the expeditor. The problem with being an expeditor is that it is easy to make mistakes because you have not concentrated enough on performing the task properly. Expediters can also suffer burnout very quickly. You do not want to be a plodder either, because things will not happen fast enough for you and you can easily lose your motivation. Understanding the source of motivation. Motivation can either be intrinsic or extrinsic. Your motivation can come from within or it can be influenced by external desires. With intrinsic motivation, you want to achieve something because it will give you personal pleasure. An example here could be doing something for your partner because you get a very warm feeling inside from doing this. When you use intrinsic motivation, you are never seeking recognition from the outside. It is all about the internal pleasure from within. Extrinsic motivation is the complete opposite of this. You are looking for external rewards such as money, recognition, status, and respect from others, etc. There are actually three sources of motivation. These are needs, instincts, and arousal. Let's take a look at each one of these in turn. Needs motivation. There are a number of theories about needs motivation. The most obvious examples of this are drinking water, eating food, and sleeping. Instincts motivation. Humans have behavior patterns that are pre-wired and they will become activated when a specific external stimuli is applied. Arousal motivation. A person with high arousal levels is more likely to do something risky like skydiving than someone who has low arousal levels. In the next video we will take a look at what causes low motivation levels. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.